And with that, welcome back into EG2, presented by APM Music. I am Curtis Malong with my partner in crime and Enigma Jay. And Jay, it's week 7. It's Foundation League. It is the Demo and the Pandas about to do battle one more time. And two teams with identical records at the moment through their gameplay. It's looking like it possibly could be a competitive matchup.
Both these teams trying to hunt down one of the two playoff spots in their respective divisions, the top two teams in Foundation League, making it into the playoffs at the end of season's time. This is the first match of the back half of the season, match 6 on the 10-match calendar for Foundation League. So this is kind of a statement match for both of these teams, Curtis. A big win here sets them up very well for that playoff run, and a big loss, conversely, may be just too much to overcome with only 25 games left in the regular season.
Nothing more exciting or nothing more clutch than the MLE playoff races amongst all of the different leagues and skill levels. And you and I can absolutely personally attest to that on a number of occasions. We are not going to wait too long, though. I want to get these teams in there and get them going on. It is the Pandas and Demolition ready to go at it. Manfield Stormy going to be the site for the first one of this set of 5. And it's been a while, Jay. How you been?
Not too bad. Not too bad. It's a rarity to see both of us on MLE2, but that doesn't diminish the occasion nonetheless. It's the middle of the regular season. You get what you get, and what we're going to get here is a pretty good matchup, I think. The leader for the Pandas in every statistical category, Vanilla Cone on the field, and on the other side for the Demo, two of their top players in Ice Cold Brew and War Rat. As the lobby just getting a little bit reset there, as the mutators from the pregame lobby got left on. No big deal, it happens. But it gives us a little bit more time to banter, Curtis, as you and I tend to do.
Yeah,
I think the interesting thing for this is you and I are both really familiar with this in the sense that MLE2's back half is always doubles. So you and I have casted our fair share of doubles games over the course of the years we've worked together. So the thing that I think you and I are both really looking for here is which team tightens things up on the offensive rotation. A lot of the goals, especially Foundation League, you'll see come off the transition game when a team doesn't hold the pressure in effectively when the teams break away. So I'm really looking for which teams are able to keep that ball going long enough to run the defense out of boost, out of options when they're playing and get the goals. Otherwise, the teams that are giving that opportunity up back the other way might be the one that just lets this one slip away.
What I'm looking at as well is when we're about halfway through, a little better than halfway through the Foundation League season, and that's where players will really start to take what they've learned, take what they've developed, and start to harness their own way to do things. And I want to see that creativity come out of the individual effort as this game gets underway early, and Vanilla Cone wastes 0 time getting the first one in for the Pandas. It's 1-0.
Well, we mentioned them already in the pregame, Amble, and this is probably what you're going to see a lot of here in the statistical leader for the Pandas. Very quick to that kickoff. It wasn't the cleanest kill face-off in the center. Kind of flipped out to the side, but great reactions to get around to that one and a follow-up touch to get it inside the near post.
And that'll work. War Rat's going to take this into the offensive end, try to get the Demo back on track. Vanilla Cone with a clear will get it sent away. Off the sidewall, Demo with the send back in. Going to force Clean to make a play. That's a bounce. It's going to be rough, but Vanilla Cone there defensively. War Rat trying to take advantage. Going to be top of the box. It looks like the Pandas will live to tell about that with their lead still intact. Up into the corner. Chance for Ice Cold Brew to get a touch on it. Drops it down. Clean waiting on the offensive touch to forecheck it, but it couldn't. You're getting past him. Sets the Pandas in a bit of an awkward spot. Demo, same spot, same time. One of them got to get center. They do. Ice Cold Brew was there, but Clean gets the kill. Send it back to midfield.
Demo kind of struggling in that transition into offense. The ball was kind of hovering around midfield. They struggled a little bit to bring that ball in. A couple of touches just not quite going their way, and the Pandas were able to just hold the line, wait for that to come through, get the clearance right. And this one transitioning in Clean looking for this shot, but a good save by War Rat keeps this one within reach for the Demo, still down off that early kickoff goal.
Good defensive activity so far from the Demo in front of their own net when they can stop it. See if that continues. Chance for the Pandas to take advantage. Missed opportunity, and the Demo will have possession and control out of their own end. Into the offensive corner. Gets it around 1. Needs a little bit of help to get it around 2. Right in front. There it is for his Cold Brew. And he puts it in the top corner. We're a tie game.
Great patience by Warrat. Just a little hop to get around the challenge by Clean, and then that little chip pass up off the backboard to get the defender to come out to make that clearance. Vanilla Cone bites on that one, goes past an Ice Cold Brew on the doorstep, upper 90 near post, and it's a 1-1 game.
Defensive positioning, probably starting from the back post, may have solved that, no?
I think just not going for the pass. When you have a player coming through the corner like that, at that angle, they can't score. They have to doomsy dish that, and you're not going to see a lot of that at this level. Let them bring that ball center. You know it's going to be a pass 9 times out of 10.
Oh, it's going to find its way towards the goal line, but it stays out for the moment. Pandas trying to clear their back line. Dangerous ball. Ice Cold Brew puts it towards the net, but Clean able to take care of it. He's got a bit of a carry back the other way, but the Demo are all over it. Warrat goes deep again. This one off the corner. Chance in the angle. Tries to get it past Vanilla Cone, but very well done to knock that one aside. Left wing side. Chance for Ice Cold. Out to the top to Warrat. Warrat misses, as does Clean. Demo take control at the dot. Round 1 it goes, but Vanilla Cone with the pinch. Going to send it back into the Demo corner, where it looks like the Pandas are going to work on setting up. We're just close to halftime. That's going to pinch in front. Opportunity for Warrat to clear, and he's going to do just that.
What we've seen so far to both of these teams is just a little bit of inconsistency out of both sides, defensively and offensively. A couple of misses, not too unlike what we're going to see in Foundation League. And I really think that with both of these teams tied right now, it's the team that settles this down a little bit sooner, the team that starts to bring the game under control. The Demo have looked like it up to this point with the way that they're touching and passing the ball around to themselves and to their teammates. But really not getting a lot of offense out of that is a dangerous prospect in twos, Curtis. We talked about that in the keys to the game kind of thing. If a team isn't capitalizing on that pressure, all it takes is one bad transition back to defense to bust it wide open.
A lot of rush touches really on both sides right now as well. Something you mentioned, got to settle it down, got to get this game in control and control what you can control, all told, and see who does take advantage of that thought process. 100 seconds to go in this first game. Out of the corner, Clean is there off the nose. Around the near side. Dribble play, puts it on a tee for Vanilla Cone. It's cleared out to mid and then further, and is going to go into the corner in the Demo end. It's in frame. Clean makes contact, but not clean contact. Pun definitely intended. Sidewall taken in by Vanilla. He'll get it back to mid and look for second contact. Gets it. Angled towards the net. Clean decides not to go after this. Off the nose. Good defensive weight by Clean there not to try to rush that ball, realizing he's last man back. 60 ticks to go. What a 1-1 game. Demo trying to take the lead. This is going to bounce once and then be in frame if they're not careful, but it's sent away again. Clean in a tough spot. Vanilla needs a clear. He's going to miss. Clean needs to touch it. He will not. That's off the crossbar, and it bounces away. The ricochet is no good for the Demo, and the Pandas have it back the other side with 40 ticks left.
Crucially, low boost counts for both Demo players. They get back in time as the Pandas aren't able to capitalize on that transition, but that's what we were talking about. That little bit of pressure that builds up for one team. The second it comes away, it might be undone, and Clean will get this in transition. A great pick and puts the Pandas in front.
That's a perfect play from the Pandas. They are able to get back their lead that they held at the very start of this game. Good forecheck. Good job taking advantage when the Demo lose control on their near wall, and it's a 2-1 lead for the White and Black Bears as they have game 1 firmly on their sights.
Demo right now really needing to bring this under control. They've had the better chances throughout the course of this game, just couldn't convert on them. Here is Ice Cold Brew, puts one into Vanilla Cone. Just 12 seconds left here for the Demo to try and find overtime.
Got to sell out, got to go for offense. Ice Cold Brew's got to chase it down in his own end. He'll try to get a touch out to mid. Vanilla Cone off the sidewall. That will kill it. No, did it hit the ground? I feel like it should have, but it's not going to matter. Pandas are going to walk away with the win. Final count 2-1, but it was not altogether certain about 4 minutes into this contest.
Most of the offensive pressure coming out of the Demo, 7 shots to 5. Unfortunately for them, not enough converted goalward, as all they were able really to do was put the ball back and forth. They got the Pandas in really awkward spots, Curtis, but really struggling to put those shots towards goal to really make it difficult for the Pandas and eventually getting burned in transition. The Pandas, I think, still need to bring themselves up just a little bit more in this game too. They kind of fell back. They let that Demolition pressure build up, and when it got released, they weren't as clinical in transitioning onto the offense as well. So that's probably a big reason why this game only ends up 2-1. As these teams settle in, a lot of room still for both of them to really get the Jets burning.
Yeah, look for things to open up then and speed to really take over this game. But the biggest thing we saw a lot of rushes, as mentioned, as far as trying to rush touches in places where touches really didn't need to happen, and that caused a lot of misses on really both sides of the ball. So I think the first team to really shore that up, make contact when it's necessary, and get it into good position is probably going to be the one to start to take control of this matchup. 10-1.
I think the biggest thing for both of these teams is really just to settle into a rhythm. They need to get themselves set up in such a way that they don't need to feel like they have to rush. They know that they have control of the tempo. They need to make things frustrating and unpredictable for the other team, because that's when teams really at this level will struggle the most, is when they're uncomfortable. To be fair, the same is said for players up and down the spectrum. I know a lot of players, Grand Champ and SSL ranges, that if the game isn't going their way, nothing goes their way because they force it to go to try and go their way, and it ends up being a mess. As we head over to Salty Shores Night for right now, as a couple of technical issues to kind of work out. A little quick aside for coming up, Curtis. We got the PL Tyrants and Rhinos on deck for after this series, as well. As PL's been pretty interesting this season. We've seen a fair range of results, especially in twos, but there's been no shortage of really fun series, especially in threes, and I think that goes a long way to show just how far the league is coming in the sense that the quality of play up and down through all 5 leagues has really started to improve, especially with the addition of threes. There's so much more Rocket League happening on the MLE Network, and just so much more gripping storylines that are developing out of the way the league has evolved in the last couple of months.
Well, you're right, and from just a regular twos perspective, what you saw in a lot of cases in previous seasons was a lot of individual play. You started to see players come into their own, and there's a lot of success stories that MLE has given to a lot of players that have come through the ranks and have gone on to bigger and better things. And the creativity, the individual, strategies and skill levels really showcased. But then you start to get into a threes scenario where you start to develop those team-based activities, those passing plays, those chemistry plays, and it really creates a good opportunity for those skills to develop on a grand scale. Great save to start things off in game number 2. And the Pandas make it on the board first, and they will again. Vanilla Cone, it's a coast-to-coast. It's a 1-0 lead.
Bit of a struggle for the demo at midfield. Warrat tries to get out to that one late. Had to wait for Ice Cold Brew to make that first challenge. Who tried desperately to get back around it, but Vanilla Cone gets enough of it, rolls it in towards the demo net, and the Pandas will lead game 2 the same way they led game 1 early, with about 30 seconds off the clock.
This will be over the midfield line. Panda's going to try to defensively put it into their corner, get it out of frame. Taken in by Warrat. That's going to go high above the crossbar and a little bit wide of that post. Rotating out same side, it's going to create a 10-5 touchdown scenario for Vanilla Cone. It's the Pandas up 2.
Really unfortunate for the demo. They run into each other trying to get the rotation right. Not sure if the comms broke down or if it just didn't go their way, but Vanilla Cone doesn't really matter. We'll take that all the way to the house. That's a 2-0 lead, as easy as you like it.
45 seconds gone in game number 2. Pandas off to a very good start. They own the series lead, 1-0 at the moment. Demo in a tough spot. That'll get cleared away by Warrat. And up the sidewall it goes. Pandas really starting to get comfortable, it would seem. Good dribble play has Warrat far side. That's a problem, and it's going to be in. And a miscommunication there as Warrat went for boost and left the net unattended.
Ice Cold Bruce saw Vanilla Cone drop the control play on the sideboards, dove out thinking there's an opportunity, just didn't give the opponent enough respect to regain that one, went flying past, and Warrat, ball cam off, boost in sight, open net for the Pandas. And man, that's a quick 3-0 lead.
That is indeed. Demo in a tough spot. That's going to drop in front of frame, and this time Clean finds a way to put it in. And with a minute 9 gone, it's 4 goals on the board for the Pandas.
Vanilla Cone with the hat trick for the Pandas inside the first minute, now starting to work towards that playmaker in the next one. That one just a great pressure off the kickoff goal right out in front. It is one-way traffic at the moment, Curtis.
Up off the sidewall. Up comes the demo. Into that corner. Off the top. Vanilla Cone towards the sidewall. Demo in a tough spot. One back, one in front. It's going to drop in front for Clean. Top of the box. Can't make contact on that. Vanilla gets it pinched with him. It'll go side to side, wall to wall with a demo take control. Ice Cold Brew towards the net. Good clear. He's going to send it deep and gone towards the ramp in the back of the demo zone. Vanilla Cone waiting patiently. Drops on him, but it might set up the demo. This will be a chance towards that net off the post right there for the rebound as Warrat does it himself. It's back to a 4-1 lead.
An important goal for the demo at this point of the game, just to stem the tide that the Pandas have been putting on. Good patience as well by Warrat. Didn't overdrive that bounce. Pulled the brakes, waited for it to come down, put it in the empty net. Now the demo gone the right track as they get one back against that 4-0 lead.
4-1 at this point. This will be top of the box. Chance for Warrat to get one back here, but it's right at Clean who takes control. Clean looking for one more. Tries the 50. Goes the way of the demo for the moment, but following that up is Vanilla. Clean lurking top of the box. He will wait instead of going after it. Chance for Warrat. Top of the box again. Chance of the demo to get it back, but Vanilla goes over the head of the last man. It's going to find its way in. Fourth goal of the game for Vanilla Cone. It's a 5-1 lead.
And fortunately for the demo, that one's the type of play that kind of baits in a second player on the rotation. It's out in front, but it's a really good ball for a static player in net to clear. That's exactly what happens. Vanilla gets all of it. Ice Cold Brew doesn't realize it in time. Can't retreat, and it's 5-1.
Halftime coming pretty quick here. Demo trying to get one back. This will be in front. Chance on the goal line, and Warrat does indeed put it in. It's back to a 3-goal deficit.
All right, that works. That keeps them down only by 3 at this point. A great kickoff goal here as Clean just can't quite get the clearance off the backboard. Warrat had it read all the way. A little fortunate to get the bounce off the save, but we'll take those. We'll take those if you're the demo right now. It's been a rough start to game number 2, so every goal, no matter how you get it, is important to bring you one step closer to maybe trying to get something out of this one.
This will be on the sidewall. One touch out of the corner. That's in front. Warrat going to think about trying to rush this. He does. Puts it in the corner. One more touch needed to get it into the mid, but it's going to be knocked away. Ice Cold Brew. Good takeaway. Good jump all over that. It's a 2v1 back the other side. In front, Ice Cold Brew gets it cleared away as Clean is right there. That's a miss as well. That's going to set up the Pandas with another long one, and Clean gets his second of the game with a 6-2 lead.
I was trying to figure out the rotation by the demo on this one, and I think it was Ice Cold Brew initially ending up on the demo for Vanilla Cone. Unfortunately, Clean had too much of that. Warrat couldn't get the 50 right. Just flicked it around and all the way down to the open net. The demo still up against it here, still down by 4.
This will be at the midfield line. Vanilla Cone goes long with it. Touch taken away by Ice Cold Brew. Ice Cold going to try to drop this one down with him. He's got a little bit of room. Not much. Now it's taken away. Good bump out of the way. Demo going to try to get this clear. They get it around 1. This will be a chance for Warrat. Warrat with a dribble play. Trying to go 1v2 and split the difference, but didn't quite get it done. And this will be cleared away by Clean, at least for the time being. But that's a problem. Demo can take advantage. Shot needed better placement. Vanilla Cone's equal to it. And that'll be passed along to the side. And Vanilla Cone has control. Now Warrat needs a touch. He'll get one defensively with a minute 30 to go.
Not out of the woods yet. Is Clean looking for that one with a big bounce out of the corner back towards the demo, and that still has them trying to defend this one. Vanilla Cone, you see just lurking around in that second rotation for the Pandas right now. Very patient, understanding there isn't a lot of pressure that you need to apply to the demo right now. You've got that 4-goal lead. As much as you want to go for the throat at this point, as much as you really want to secure this win and get those goals on board, there's still that risk. There's still enough time left in Rocket League. 4 goals back against you to go the other way if you let that kickoff come by giving away an easy goal here.
And they scored 4 goals in 51 seconds earlier, and the demo are going to get one back here. It looks like, no, it's taken away as a demo at the last possible second gets them the clear. Demo do not get the goal they needed to make it a little bit closer, and that actually might be the nail in the coffin of Game 2. Panda starting to really get settled in.
That's really unfortunate for the demo. Warrat had it. It just bounced up a little bit. Didn't have the cleanest handle on that dribble, rolled up and over the car, and in slowing down to try and regain it, the defensive Demo on the back check comes in, and that's heartbreaking right now if you're a Demo fan.
That's going to be towards the ramp, and more time ticks away. 10 seconds left. Demo are going to have to try again in game 3 as this one's cleared away. Clean gets a drop down pass in the middle. Warrat is there, but he's not going to get anything done with it. He's going to drop towards the net. Chance for the goal in front of the net, but Pandas will walk away with a 6-2 winner as they walk away with game 2 and now are 1 win away from a series win.
Very strong performance out of the Pandas in this one, right from the opening kickoff. Then once they got themselves in front, they really settled down in the rotation. They got themselves back. They made sure that they didn't give the Demolition too much easy back to let them back into that one. You see 6 saves out of the Pandas as well, 4 by Clean, 2 by Vanilla. A really big reason why the Demo didn't get a lot out of this one, because the shots that did come in from the Demo, they were pretty easy for them to stop and to keep away from that net. And then every transition back for the Pandas was so strong. It put the Demo in such a tough spot.
The Pandas, they looked a lot better. Their speed of gameplay increased, but the thing is, the Demo, and I could be wrong on this, but I believe if you had to put the possession arrow, the Demo had a majority of the possession. They just couldn't get anything done with it. Not a lot of substance to their gameplay, and the Pandas were basically one step ahead of everything they were trying to do.
It was game 1 all over again. They had the pressure on. They had the Pandas on the defensive, but they weren't really doing a lot with that pressure. They weren't forcing the Pandas into anything particularly difficult to deal with. And as the frustration crept in for the Demo, so too do the goals for the Pandas as they caught them in transition time and again.
Back at it again as game 3 gets underway. Demo and Pandas getting us going with the second and third matchups on this MLE Sports GG2. Warrat gets the first one for the Demo. It's their first goal of this series as they're up 1.
Fortunately for Clean, just checking the scoreboard, I think the packet loss kicked in there as the Wi-Fi on the console might have kicked out for just a second there.
Oh, no.
They were driving all over the inside of that net. It left a wide open shot for the Demo. Another wide open shot as Brew off the kickoff will be parried away by Vanilla Cone as the Demo look to start things off strong here in game 3.
Pandas get it in the offensive end, though. It's taken away. Vanilla Cone loses the ball in the corner. That's a pinch play towards that Pandas net, but it'll be put aside. Control needed. Got it. Near side. Up the ramp. It's going to end up out of frame. A touch here by Warrat will ensure that. Vanilla Cone waits at the midfield line. He'll miss an opportunity to keep it in. And now it's a dribble chance. Sent across into the corner. Demo trying to get something done. Puts that one towards the net. They're not exactly the direct angle they wanted. Clean gets the first clear. Vanilla Cone gets the second. One of the Pandas move out of their own end. We played a minute in game number 3 and a 2-0 scoreline that seems pretty dominant at this point. But the Demo do have at least the lead to get themselves trying to get back on the board.
Game 2 looked dominant, but we saw so many flashes of great things out of the Demo as Ice Cold Brew off the setup by Warrat just sneaks that one through. Good launching ball up there, forces Clean to come out for this one. And Ice Cold Brew just gets the corner of the front bumper on the Fennec. Vanilla Cone can't shut the door near post. That's the first 2-goal lead we've seen for the Demo so far this series.
Minute 15 into game 3. Demo at least doing something about the deficit they've got. This will be right wing side. Chance there for Clean, and he puts that one in the opposite side. 4-1 lead now.
Kickoff going in such a tough place for Warrat to deal with. Came out a little bit too far to try and get an effective line to that. Ends up getting 50'd by Vanilla. Clean recovering after the initial kickoff. Just gets such a good angle to that one. Forces Ice Cold Brew to come all the way across and can't get touch on it.
3:37 to go. Off the ceiling. It'll shave the ceiling and eventually come down. Vanilla Cone doesn't want to wait. Towards that net, far side and away. Ice Cold Brew has at least one touch, but nothing further than that, as it'll drop down right in front. Warrat and the incoming Panda player missed it. And just putting themselves in a bit of an awkward offensive spot as they went the 1-1 strategy and instead of 2-0 in that offensive end for a moment. Right wing side. Off the corner. Out of the corner comes the Demo. Pass in the middle. Not a great angle, as they'll bounce right in Vanilla Cone's wheelhouse. Gets it cleared away. Demo with a chance, trying to get control of it. Far side and wide initially, but it's a pass to Cold Brew, and he's going to put it in. A 3-1 lead now.
Warrat did such a good job surviving that 50 and getting all four wheels on the ground to get that pass across. Thought they might have tried to drive to the open net, but the boost tank not really being there for them. Opted for the pass instead, and Ice Cold Brew right there taps it in. 2 goals up again for the Demo here.
We are closing in on halftime of Game 3. Pandas trying to get something going off the kick, but it's not for anything to go at the moment. Clean needs a clear. Gonna put it off the side wall. Warrat makes contact as well. The opts not to follow it. Culver right in front. Warrat with a clear originally as well. Up that side wall. Gonna drop down from the clean pinch. Wall to wall, side to side. 2:14 to go. That is off the top. Chance in front. Dangerous ball. Nobody can knock it away as we hit to the 2-minute mark in what remains a 3-1 ball game. But the Demo really starting to keep control in that offensive end and shrink the field.
Fortunate that they couldn't really generate anything more off that play, as both the Demo players kind of get tangled up in that offensive corner for a split second and now have to retreat and let the Pandas play possession back to them at midfield there. It's a dangerous prospect to play, Curtis, when you're up only by a couple of goals here, because we've seen some pretty clinical finishing out of the Pandas. That one not quite getting home as Clean goes up and over looking for a goal to bring them back within 1.
That's going to bounce top of the box. Cold Brew needs a touch. Clean with the takeaway. Off that corner again. Clean in a tough spot. Vanilla's there. They rotate defensively and get one around to the other. This will be towards the middle. Cold Brew into his own net. Not sure if that was well, obviously it wasn't intentional, but not sure what he was going for there. It's a minute 19 to go and a 3-2 lead now.
I wonder how much of Warrat's ghost hit there kind of threw things off, and maybe Ice Cold Brew thought there was a bit more Pandas pressure in that corner. It was actually a fantastic play, really. All the Pandas pressure had shifted to the side where it was going to bounce before Warrat's hit. Warrat doesn't touch it, goes across all the way, and there's no one there to play it for the Pandas. Ice Cold Brew gave them an absolute gift to pull them back within 1.
Minute to go. It is indeed a 1-goal game. Pandas trying to find it. We've seen them get many rush goals as they were taking on counters and then empty nets to carry it into. See if they have another one of those in them today. This will be Warrat up above 1. Dangerous ball. Vanilla Cone gets the original clear. Inch play is going to put it just above the midfield line. Into his own corner. And around that boost door, Warrat with 1 chance to clear. Back to mid again. Culver in a tough location. He's going to put it again towards the sidewall. We're done 19 seconds already. Things still tight. Panda's trying to find the comeback. That's taken away. We're down to 12 seconds left. Cold Brew can finish this game right here. Warrat misses. That's an empty net the other way, but the Demo might actually have just sealed this game. The Demo are going to walk away with this game as long as it touches the ground, and it will. What a physical play to put the dagger home, and Warrat and Ice Cold Brew are going to put that game behind them. It's a 2-1 deficit in the series now.
Absolutely had to get that Demo. All of the Demo's eggs in that play were in that basket. The pass was on. Warrat didn't get contact. Vanilla Cone was free and clear, but not for the heavy physical back check of Ice Cold Brew to take that away. This game was pretty much all Demo all the way. 9 shots to 4. The only fact of the matter, it being 3-2, was the Ice Cold Brew own goal with about a minute to go. And that's the type of one that when you put it in, sometimes you just have to laugh about that one. You go, you know what? All right, I can score those ones in my own net. Now let's just try to flip the script and do it again at the other side.
Right.
We got the game. The Demo got the game win. They've got what they wanted out of this game. They've at least brought themselves back into this series. Now they got to go to the next map. Now they've got to go and keep doing that because they really don't want to lose this series at this point. They're already pretty far back from the division lead. That means they've got just that much more ground to make up against the 2 teams that are leading them in the division at this point to try and make the playoffs.
Things getting a little bit tighter in the regular season as we start to gear up for playoff races, and both these teams desperately want a couple more wins added to their record if they can do it. We're just about ready for Rocket League again once more, and Game 4 about to be where we start things out. Teams getting into position, and we are going to be underway in a couple of seconds. This is MLE Sports GG2 is the Twitch channel you're on. MLEsports.gg. We're going to find all of the information for minor league esports. Ice Cold Brew gets the first strike. Demo for the second game in a row have the first goal.
For the fourth game in a row in this series, a team scores off pretty much the opening kickoff as Ice Cold Brew gets that one in. Great read off the bounce. A big 50 pinch out wide. Got right on the end of that one. Directs it goalward. Nothing the Pandas can do about that one.
All right, so 4:51 to go. In a chance immediately. Left wing side. That's going to be hard off the back. Ice Cold Brew in a tough spot. Dangerous ball. Good save as Clean can't put the placement on target as we are into the corner once more. Out of that corner, War Rat gets the clear. It'll be back for Clean across midfield. Left wing side. Up into that corner. Panda's in a tough spot here defensively. They got to be responsible with this. Dangerous ball in front. It's in frame. Cold Brew can't put it home. And that's going to be a missed opportunity. And the Pandas are going to counter back the other side, but it goes off the post. Missed opportunities on both sides. Reset things here as it remains a 1-0 lead.
Another huge back-checking play out of Ice Cold Brew. Got so much of the side panel of Vanilla Cone's Fennec that they couldn't line up the shot effectively. Just pulled the angle enough to pull that shot wide, if not for trying to get the full-on demo there. Because every time the demo break down offensively, the Pandas have this really quick counter to try and get the offensive chance. You see another one there having to be parried away by War Rat on the couple of shots. By that big shot, though, by Ice Cold Brew goes wide as this starts to turn into a track meet with 90 seconds gone in Game 4.
Perhaps the last one with the ball may win this game, but they got to start being a little more accurate with their opportunities. Chance back to midfield. Clean gets the 50. That's going to drop there for Vanilla Cone. Can't miss these, and he does not. Perfectly done, and the Pandas tied up at 1.
Big demo as well. Took the player out of the play for the demo defense. It was Ice Cold Brew having to chase that down as War Rat was taken away from Vanilla Cone, cycling out to get back to midfield. Got back on the end of that one as Clean kept it alive for the Pandas. And we're back squaresies at 1-1 here in Game 4.
Back towards midfield. Chance for War Rat. War Rat with the takeaway. Puts it right on Clean. Clean with the follow. Looking for the double, and it's a nice save from Ice Cold Brew as he gets there just in the nick of time. We have 2 minutes to go. Demo trying to get something on a dribble set up here. The flick towards the net, and Vanilla Cone is beat. War Rat is right where he needs to be. It's a 2-1 lead for the demo.
Again, War Rat recovering really well from the team bump, and Vanilla Cone very static in net. War Rat never really loses the handle and just opts for the slow pop flip. The changeup throws off the Pandas defender, and it's a 2-1 game.
2:55 to go. Eye off the back. War Rat in a tough spot here. Going to try to get this one back in, but it's a miss. Cold Brew trying to get the 50. He'll put it up the sidewall and now work his way up the side. Touch coming down. Vanilla Cone in a tough spot. Demo happening in the background as it was Clean who met the business end of a demo. As it for retaliation here. Towards the left side. Ice Cold Brew. Puts it there for War Rat. War Rat does dive out for it. That could be a problem. Good touch initially. See if that stays as it goes into the corner one more time. 2:15 to go. The Pandas down a goal, but things are developing in that demo end. They have been for a majority of this contest. War Rat doesn't care. Towards the goal line, he finds it. It's in. It's a 3-1 lead now for the Demolition.
I was just thinking to myself in transition, the demo might have been hurting themselves a little bit. War Rat and Ice Cold Brew fighting over the left mid boost. War Rat just says, fine, I'll take pads, goes right to the middle, and Ice Cold Brew hits them with a banger of a pass. Can't find it, is the Pandas defense, and it's a 2-goal game.
2:03 to go. That's up in the air towards midfield. War Rat's in a tough spot. That'll go up towards the ceiling, but no further than that. Off the corner. Demo trying to get one more for insurance sake and at least extend the series a bit. That'll be a chance. Vanilla Cone Loses that. Drops it in front. Ice Cold Brew into his own corner with 1:30 to go. 90 seconds left. It's Clean who meets Ice Cold Brew and takes that one away. Panda's really starting to make inroads, but the Demo is going to create a good counterattack opportunity. That's a pass out to Cold Brew. Cold Brew trying to turn this one, but it's taken away off a really good spawn. And back the other way come the Pandas as War Rats beat. That's going to bounce in frame. It's a good bump as well, and it gets ricocheted away once more. Living to tell about the dangers you face with 1 minute to go in a 3-1 game.
The Demo have done such a good job speeding things up and getting a little bit more physical with the Pandas. It's opening up so many opportunities to break that offensive pressure. Vanilla Cone is going to miss that one at midfield, and War Rat will find the transition back into the Pandas net. Game 2 was all Pandas transitions into the Demo net. As the Demo get one here, that one will go a long way, Curtis, towards securing Game 4 and a decisive Game 5 on Neo Tokyo.
3 goals, not unheard of in a 47-second span, but I think you may be right. I think it is a matter of too little, too late from the Pandas. See if the Demo can go ahead and cap this off and put themselves in a good position for game number 5. 38 seconds to go. Into that corner it goes. Off the back, Borat in a very tough spot. It's going to drop its way home as Cold Brew gets the touch. Puts it up the sidewall once more. And here's Vanilla. Vanilla. That gets a nice clear with 18 seconds to go. 4-1 lead. Nothing much going on. This will be a chance for the Demo to just keep it in their possession, let the time tick away. And that is going to do it as Warrat goes for the Doomsday real quick. And good work by the Demo. They're going to force this Game 5. They've been looking forward to it. Game 4 belonged to them. And this is going to be a fun one to determine a series winner.
Took them a couple of games to get going here as the home team, but once they got the gears in motion, they've started to look much, much stronger than the Pandas. I feel like Vanilla Cone might need to take a bit of a step up, get a little bit more aggressive, because the way that they're falling back in their second rotation for the Pandas on offense is leaving a little bit of space that the Demo have started to exploit. And I think that if they can tighten that up, if they can maybe try to get the Demo back against the wall early, instead of giving up the early goals to the Demo, they might be able to stabilize and pull this game of 5 out of this series. But for the Demo, just more of the same, Curtis. Really, really clean playing for the first couple of or the middle couple of games in this set that have the Pandas now facing the prospect of a reverse sweep in this set.
Not exactly the way they wanted to do it, but the Pandas will take a win if they can get it. This becomes a very crucial Game 5, not for just for this series, obviously, but also for standings reasons, as these two came in with identical records. It's the Demolition and the Pandas. Curtis and Jay with you on this Sunday evening. It's MLE Sports GG2, presented by APM Music, as we are still going on the main channel as well, MLE Sports GG. Definitely pop in, do your multi-Twitch thing if you so choose. But it's a good night to be a Rocket League fan, no doubt about it. We're ready to go with game number 5 in this set of 5. It is going to be War Rat on the corner. See who his compatriot is on the other side. And it is going to be Clean. We're underway. One more time. Neo Tokyo, the site of game 5 between the Demo and the Pandas. Vanilla Cone. And they force all series long. Gets it down, but gives it right to Cold Brew. Cold Brew off the top, back wall, I should say. Gives it right to Vanilla Cone. Still a problem. Good takeaway by Clean. That's the one thing the Pandas have done very, very well for the most part. Kept the rotations in check, Jay. They're not being left too much out to dry as the last man in good defensive situations.
No, but I think the one thing that they're letting go of is being able to hold the Demo in their end and really build that pressure and get that rotation going. As Vanilla Cone is really dropping back a long way, and the Demo, for their credit, have not been playing into that midfield trap as easily as they were in games 1 and 2. I think the Pandas have to do a little bit more to be aggressive and hold the Demo into their own end on these rotations, rather than hope the Demo are going to give them the ball back at midfield.
This will be off the crossbar, dangerous ball. Vanilla Cone is there, and the Pandas have enough goals to win at this point with a minute gone.
That's exactly what the Pandas are hoping for here. A little bit of loose possession from the Demo defense, a struggle to try and get it clear with any meaningful purpose, and Vanilla Cone waiting on the doorstep patiently, been waiting patiently so far for the last few games of the series. Gets the Pandas out in front.
1 minute gone in Game 5. We all love a Game 5 in this league, don't we? Chance for clean. Doesn't get great contact on it. That's in the corner. Hard bounce puts it right in the wheelhouse of Vanilla Cone as it gets sent back deep into the demo end. Ice Cold Brew loses on this. Clean with the takeaway, goes off of that back wall. Trouts into the middle. This will be an opportunity. Nice turn and tries to fire, but it didn't quite go. As we played about a minute and a half of gameplay, that's going to drop in front. They got it. Tie game as the demo do what's necessary to knock their opponents out of the way. The 1-1 contest.
I love Ice Cold Brew. Just didn't quite get the shot or the return pass out of the corner, but stayed with the play anyway. Grabbed the corner boost, made the Pandas think about that one, got both players to commit defensively to try and clear away. And Warret, nothing fancy, just drive it in the open net, get yourselves that goal.
3:20 to go in a 1-1 contest. This will be near side. Cold Brew gets it towards the near side again for himself. Up and over 1. Nice bump out of the way on Clean. Clean underneath the ball as well. Demo trying to make things difficult for the Pandas, getting it out of their own end. Good forecheck so far from the Demo. This will be a chance for Warret. Warret off the sidewall, dangerous ball. And to keep it with him. It's an up and over 1. That might be a keeper, but losing control. Still might be in. Oh, that's going to find its way in off the ramp. Ice Cold Brew puts it in off a big mistake, and it's a 2-1 lead here for the Demo.
Warret did so much effort to put the Pandas defense in a tough spot this time for Ice Cold Brew, as neither Pandas player could find the handle on that. The first couple of touches by Warret going so far to putting the Pandas at 6s and 7s there.
We're ready to go. 2 minutes, 35 seconds to go. That is flipped towards the net in the Pandas' end. Chance for Vanilla Cone. Trying to keep it himself, and he does. It's a 2-2 game now. Deuces Wild with 2:27 to go.
Both demo players charging at that ball. Vanilla Cone just sits the Fennec up, blocks that ball away strongly back out to midfield, wins the foot race 9 times out of 10. And this game, a bit of a track meet again, Kurt, as we saw it earlier on in the series, as the teams are just starting to trade these transitional chances back and forth.
Trade the transitional chances, but the first team to really start to defend those chances. I'm not going to say eliminate just yet, but the first one to defend them. It might be the ones the opportunity. Vanilla Cone into that corner. That's a play out top of the box. Killed by Clean. Clean's going to go deep with this. Past 1. One more touch is needed. It goes off the back and gets sent deep into the Pandas. And one more time, we put 2 minutes to go. And in a 2-2 ball game, Game 5, getting tighter by the second.
Demolition, the way they're dropping back on these plays is really strong. Warrag just picks that one up too. Ice Cold Brew does such a great job to dig this out of the corner. Gets in on the first challenge, just beats out Vanilla Cone, who gets a piece of it, but it's right on the nose of Warrat, past the leaping Clean to try and clear that away from the Pandas net. The Demo lead Game 5. It's 3-2.
100 seconds to go, just about, in that 3-2 game. They're going to try to get it back right away. Dropping it back. Taken away. Nobody in the immediate area. Ice Cold Brew's beaten on it. Sent back the other way. Clean in a tough spot. Goes up the ramp. This is a dangerous ball. In front. It's going to find its way towards the goal line, but it bounces there just incoherently, it would seem. Nothing really happening with a minute 19 to go. This will be a chance, and they score! Clean gives them the tie game with a minute 17 left.
Look at the pre-flip to get that forward momentum going before spending the boost. The Demo have nothing they can do about that one. Clean has control of that from A to Z on that one. Great touch for the Pandas to put them in this game. It's 3-3 with just over a minute to play.
This will be top of the box once more. Demo in a good spot. This will be a dangerous ball if they can get it towards the net. Not going to happen. Demo trying to take the lead back. That's sent away as well. Vanilla Cone responsible for that. He'll give chase. Actually, it'll be Clean giving chase in the offensive end. Clean off the back. Vanilla Cone trying to find the angle. That 50 at the top of the box goes nowhere as well. And this will be off the sidewall. Pass into the mid. Up off the ceiling,
go.
dropping down, goal line, scores! Warrat gives them the lead off of Plinko. It's a 4-3 game.
You ever just hit a 50 and be like, if this hits the ceiling, it's in? Boink! Yep, there it is. Pull out the protractors, drop it in under the bar. The demo in the midfield, pull one out of the hat and make it 4-3.
43 seconds to go as well. Pandas again in a very tough spot. Essentially a pass into the middle. Good demo. It's a 2v1 scenario. Got the flick towards the net. That's in front. Vanilla Cone, another ace save. Warrat may be able to put the dagger home. Can't make contact. That's towards the net, but it's passed aside as Colbrew can't get this one angled towards the space between the posts. This will be around that corner. 18 seconds left. Warrat off the corner. Up it goes. Dropping it down and clean. Gets it knocked away. We have 10 ticks to go. Taken away. Pandas in a real tough spot. They need a goal. Vanilla Cone trying to get there. Off the corner wall again. It may not matter. And the demo have come all the way back to get the reverse sweep on the Pandas. They win the series 3-2 in a pretty good effort all around, with maybe the exceptions of games 1 and 3.
What a gut check, though, by the demo going into game 3. You just gave up game 1 in a really tight margin. You gave up game 2 in an absolute one-sided affair, down 4-0 in the first minute of that one. So for them to gut this series out and to pull the reverse sweep out of the hat was a testament to the determination in both of those players. It was a team effort through and through. You can't single out any member of that demo roster that played better than the other. It was a full effort from really both of these teams. A lot of the games that the demo were winning, they were close up to a point. It just really started to fall better to them as their speed came up and the Pandas weren't able to deal with it.
Tyrants and Rhinos, they're going to be up next here in Premier League, but they have there's some big shoes to fill after a pretty competitive Foundation League series. Should be a lot of fun. We've got more on the way. It's MLE Sports GG2 presented by APM Music. Stay right with us. We got one more on the second channel. Stay there.